Hey guys, this is Ben here, and today I'm going to teach you how to use Facebook's inbuilt 360 controls. So I was talking to one of my friends the other day and we had a conversation about how people weren't really embracing 360 video. When you see a video on your Facebook feed, yeah, you might look at the initial view, but you won't interact with it. Maybe if it's a really good video, but if it's not, then you're probably inclined to just keep scrolling through your news feed. Which is why it's important to try and encourage the viewers to take a look around and show them towards the various interesting viewpoints that you want them to look at. So fortunately, Facebook have introduced a tool that does this, and it allows us to move around our 360s as we please to really encourage that lazy viewer. So the first step is to head on over to Facebook and upload a 360 video like you normally would. So you just locate it on your hard drive and go open. Now we have the Facebook upload window where we can customize our titles and captions and all of that stuff. You want to go to advanced and make sure this video was recorded in 360 format is ticked. This now allows us to access the 360 controls section, which is where the magic happens. So I've shot a little video in my local outdoor gym where I'm just being a goofball. So I'm going to navigate through this video as I move around in a way that the audience doesn't actually have to touch the video to see the full 360. So the first thing to point out is that you can zoom quite far in and quite far out with your video. If you're shooting 4K, I would feel comfortable keeping it all the way zoomed in. But if you're not, it might be better keeping it wide, just so the viewer doesn't see the really soft resolution or the pixels that will be quite obvious. This is a decision you'll have to make at the very beginning because unfortunately you can't change how far zoomed in you are. You can change the overall kind of zoomed inness, if that's a word, but you can't go backwards and forwards between zoomed in and zoomed out. I would recommend going about in the middle of the range. So here I've shot on the Gear 360, so I do have that resolution to play with, but still, I don't want the viewer to be in too tight. It still has to have that 360 experience where it's a wide angle shot moving around. So I'm going to keep it right in the middle there. Okay, so down the bottom here is where we have our keyframes. Or Facebook calls them points of interest. So you simply click edit point for the very first point. You change your viewpoint to wherever you want to start. So I'm going to start there on me doing some push-ups, and once you're happy, you click done. So this will be the very first view.
2, 15, 28.
Looking good.
112, 3006.
Alright, so now we have the opportunity to create our second viewpoint. So now I'm moving around the environment. I'm going to go out of shot. So my next point is over here. So now it's just as simple as click and drag. Now we'll go add point. So now Facebook simulates a small camera move. So it started here and it's going to go like this. If we go a few seconds back and press play, we can preview it. There I am in my next spot, working hard, trying to look tough, failing. You do need to leave a few seconds in between transitions. I think it's about 2 or 3. I wouldn't overdo it. So you essentially want to add these points whenever there's a significant change in what you're looking at. You don't want to leave your audience on a completely empty space of the 360. So I'm going to create a new point here. So I've gone over to the monkey bars, and now Facebook will move it to the monkey bars. That's really cool. And now you just repeat that as many times as you want to. The cool thing about this is Facebook actually uploads the video while you're doing this. So you can play around, take as much time as you want, and the video is going to keep uploading in the background. So that's cool and that saves time. Okay, so I think I'm about happy. I'm going to just go through and have a look at the camera moves. So we start in there on me doing push-ups. Now I'll just skip through to the next one. Camera moves like that. over to station number 2. Yep, that's good. And go back to our timeline and just scrub along the timeline to see that it moves again to the monkey bars. Great. And just go to the next point. Now moves over here. Great. And 2 more in quick succession. Excellent, and that's my final point, after which I do half a pull-up and collapse from exhaustion. And I'm happy ending it there. So that was 6 points that I added in that are going to make a big difference and allow the audience who isn't really that interested in clicking around, it allows them the ability to actually see what's going on. This is a really handy tool, and it's going to get people to really interact with it, whereas they mightn't have been before. I'm certainly guilty of it. I don't click around 360 videos. Unfortunately, if it doesn't capture my attention, well, there's better things to look at, so I'm gonna go find something else. Whereas if it shows me all the best bits, then I'm more inclined to engage with it. So you can still actually move around the 360 as you please as well. This doesn't lock it in. It only locks it in until the viewer decides to start interacting with it. If the person viewing is holding a mobile phone, they can still make subtle movements while the big movements are going on. However, if they start swiping around, that's when the control will go 100% back to them. Alright guys, I hope this was helpful. I think it's a really cool little tool, so definitely be sure to use it next time you're uploading a 360 video to Facebook. It's there to make 360 video easy for the viewers, so if you make it easy, they will engage with it a lot more. Okay guys, until next time, keep living your life in 360. Don't forget to follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram and Twitter.
Bye.